with some welcome announcements for us.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy holidays. Thanks for being here this week during this holiday week. We are YPCC. If you're not familiar with us, welcome. We're glad to have you here. YPCC cultivates an inclusive community through the joyful experience of choral music, and you are part of the reason that this is a joyful experience. So just a few items of business. So first, we are in the beautiful First Lutheran Church. We're so grateful to be partners with them this season. We are their choir in residence, and they're wonderful, wonderful hosts to us. If you need to use the restroom, there are gender-neutral restrooms in the building. If you go through these back doors, just to my left, your right, there's a single stall bathroom there. You can also go downstairs, so near the door that you entered into, there are bathrooms downstairs as well, and I think those ones might be gendered, so there are prominent signs there. Also, none of us are paying attention to what bathroom you go in, so just go to the bathroom. In the event that we experience an emergency, hopefully that won't happen, you can exit through the doors back here, as well as the doors on the other side to go out the entrance that you entered through, or on this side of the building, there's another door that goes out to doors that are exterior to the building as well. Just so you know, for tonight and future reference, for security reasons, we lock the front doors at 7:30. So tonight might be different because the carolers are going to be here, but we typically will lock the doors at 7:30. So if you're running late, let us know. We'll kind of hear you jiggle the door as well. So you won't be locked out for long. Let's see. There are probably some folks joining us on live stream tonight, yay! So we'll be live streaming all of our rehearsals that will take place here at First Lutheran. We love to have folks in person, and schedule things happen, health things happen, all of that. So those are available. There's a link in your email for those, and then those recordings are also available on the YPCC webpage. So there's a web page on our website for singers that has links to your rehearsal tracks, your scores, these rehearsal recordings. That information is also going to be in your email. I'm saying the word email a lot. Do you know why? Because you should read them. But we try to make the information as accessible as possible. So the password for that is YPCC in all capital letters, rocks with a capital R and an exclamation point, because it's exciting. So that's how you can access that information. We also have a couple Facebook pages that are helpful. We'll post some last-minute information there sometimes. There's the YPCC Singer page. That's where things that are related to choir will be posted. There's also the YPCC social page. If you really like choir memes, that's the place to share them and find them. Also, if you want to go to an upcoming arts event in the city, that's a place where you can post that and invite folks to go with you. If you're a part of a different ensemble, you can share that that's happening. We have one singer who does a lot of community theater. He's always posting about it. Jess Thielen and I have seen him multiple times. He's great. Gabe Schnechter, I think is how you say his name. So we have a few folks who are helping make everything happen. I started talking. I'm the interim executive director. My name's Stephanie Rennie. Thank you. Hello. Hi. We also have Sarah Gibson, who you saw earlier. She's blonde. There she is. Hello. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's our chorus and production manager. Sarah is getting a double master's in a master in business administration and arts administration. So she's super mastery at CCM, and she used to be a course manager at Capital University, so very important. In this back corner, you'll meet him more, if you don't already know him, Alberto de la Paz. Yay, Alberto, yay. Alberto is our assistant artistic director this season, and he is getting his master's in choral conducting. Not the instruments, the choir people, at CCM. And then, very exciting, our guest artist for this cycle is the incomparable Katie Persaki. So Katie has a master's in music education from CCM. Vocal music, gotta be really specific about what it is. Vocal, I also got corrected by Alberto. Vocal music education, it's true. But Katie is our associate choral director this cycle, so she's really weaving together all of the artistry throughout our season alongside Alberto. She has conducted for many years our caroling cycle, which is tons of fun, and our on-call group. And you've been a part of YPCC since 2012, right? Yeah, so you've got a lot of folks here who are excited to have you and support you. If you need anything, please ask us. And I hope that you enjoy your rehearsal. I'll see you midway through too. Katie Personki, everybody. Oh, sorry. And our amazing accompanist for the evening, Matt Humphreys. Woo! He's the best. Matt was part of our artistic partnership last cycle and our accompanist last cycle, and he's filling in this evening. We love you, Matt. Thank you for being here. Okay, there we go.
Our accompanist for winter cycle will be a new person to YPCC, Michael Delphin, who plays piano and organ kind of at various places in the city, but he had a family funeral tonight, so was unable to join us. So we are stuck one more week with Matt Humphreys, but I'm so glad you agreed to help us out. So winter cycle is our fast and furious fun for the holidays. The concert is in 4 weeks, and we're gonna be great. So some of the music is stuff we've done in past years if you've joined us. Some of the music is pulled from the caroling program, and the carolers will actually be, there'll be about 40 of them, they'll be joining us as well, including some people in here who are caroling. And then we'll have some new pieces to everyone. So we are partnering this concert with the Cincinnati Boy Choir and Jason Holmes, who is going to be leading a couple of these, and Boy Choir will do their own little portion, but it's going to be a really nice concert celebrating kind of carols and pieces from different holidays in December with the emphasis on family fun. So this is a family and child accessible concert. There will be sensory bags and cookies and loud noises in the aisleway, I'm sure. My 3-year-old niece is coming, and she's going to do whatever she wants. So we'll see how it goes. But kids are free to this concert with a reservation, so as long as we know they're coming, you know, and then adult tickets are only $20. So this is our most accessible price point of the year as well. So tell your friends, tell your families, tell your friends with kids, tell your friends without kids. It's gonna be a really nice concert. Let's jump in. We're gonna start with Home with the Holidays, which is page 1. This piece does have a solo in the middle that I believe will be done by our Santa Claus. Santa, who has never been seen in the same room as Travis Lamke, but I will not tell you who that is. He is going to sing the solo in the middle of the piece. However, we're going to start this instead of a solo with a split part. So we'll get back to the beginning. For now, let's start at pickups to 11. It starts in unison, and this is a cappella. All right, the carolers know this too, will be singing with us, but we're gonna learn it and rock it out, all right? So together, 1, 2, oh, there's no place. Keep going, and good. So starting there, notice this is kind of our MO with YPCC. We get through music fast, and then we will come back and kind of look at things. So if you just sang along with that and we're like, oh my God, I don't know any of these notes, how does the person next to me do it? A, they might have been working on this already for a month with caroling. B, they just might be sight reading, or they might be singing soprano and already know the melody. So then we're gonna dive back into it. We also provide you with some different opportunities to learn these different pieces. We have rehearsal tracks available on our website, that same YPCC Rocks that Stephanie mentioned. Those are a great way to sit at your office or with your kids or whatever you're doing in the car and instead listen to your part on its own. Alberto and I will also be doing the next couple weeks some sectionals where we'll split up and just work with sopranos and altos or tenors, basses. So don't panic if you don't have the notes on something tonight. All right, we'll go back through. I have sat here as a first-time singer or next to some first-time singers who've just panicked as we get through. We sing 8 pieces in one night, and they're like, oh no, I have made a huge mistake. And you haven't. The first night always feels a little insane, so just keep going for it. Please, let's try that page again. Make sure that you have a friendly gaze, the Z at the end of gaze, as well as Rome, holidays. All those consonants will be right on the beat. One more time. 1, 2. Oh, there's no. All the way up. Up there, sopranos. Keep going. Soloist, you do's. Do, do. So sopranos, you're singing the top of the do. Alto. Atlantic. Go, go. Pause. All right, so that is what I'm talking about. At measure 27, all the sopranos will come down to sing that top soprano line. Altos, you'll sing the alto line there. So we're ignoring the top staff, stafulu, I'm pretty sure it's called. Let me hear just sopranos and altos. You can hear that clash. Do, do, do. Ready. Tenors move there, it's so beautiful. Atlantic. Good, altos, watch that little part there. Here's the letter D. The altos go. Good, tenor basses back the do-dos at 27. Altos and sopranos hum along. So here's your 2 notes. Do, 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 do. Ready. Rest. Go, go. We're moving to here. So the key is whenever you're singing do's in the background or ahs, you have to still tell the story. Let's say Santa Claus falls down in the middle of the concert and I coldly leave him there and we keep singing. He did not give me what I wanted last year. No, we have to tell that story that he's telling, the shape of the music without it. I made up some of those notes. But the idea is that it needs to have shape and fall back, especially the ahs there at the top of page 6. They're going to the traffic is horrific, very relatable. All right, let's go 127 again, and then we'll keep going on. Ready, and keep going. Here now. Yeah. Go. and rest. Go, go, go. Keep going. If you watch me. Okay, pretend you have those notes perfect. Will you sing that like, you know, you're going home for the holidays and are excited? Maybe you're not. Go to an alternate world here, all right? But get bigger in each one of those. I don't mind if you miss a note tonight. We'll go over it, but I want you to feel that, that needs to happen there. Start at For the Holidays, pickups to 55. 1, 2, for the No, I won't make that face. Well, I probably will. But do that. Keep going. Try this. We'll go back. Do 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 do. Pause. So for this part and for the beginning, we'll be splitting up a little differently. This is not going to be the soloist. This is going to be the soprano ones are going to sing the solo line here. All right. Soprano twos, raise your hand, soprano twos, so I can find you. All right. Alto ones, raise your hand. Alto twos, raise your hand. All right. I need like soprano twos again. Soprano ones. All right, I need a couple alto ones for this part to defect to soprano 2, and I need a couple soprano 2s to defect to soprano 1. Choose who wants to do it, who believes in their solo beautiful voice. All of you should be raising your hands, believe in yourselves. Yes, good work, that'll be enough. All right, so let's try this. Start at the do's and measure in the top of the page. So this will just be soprano 2s, altos, tenors, basses, and then soprano 1s start at the solo do's. Very clear, I know. 1, 2, ready. We'll check those notes next time. Don't worry. Keep going, same things. No, everybody back to your normal parts now. So soprano ones drop. Ready, and there. Home, sweet home, I'm Santa. Perfect, all right? I know notes were a little adventurous in that last page, but overall kind of get the gist. Yes, Laura. Yes, yep, so we'll have soprano 1 singing the top of that split in the middle line. Yep, and then we'll have Santa singing a very sultry, but not that sultry. There's children involved. Yes, Jess. It'll be the soprano 1s. Sweet, who just sang that high D on the page before. Yep. Well, yes, and any basses that want to do that, which was just you this time, and I appreciated your solidness. It's because it's the same as in Caroline. All right, perfect. Any more questions? Just kidding.
There's a 3-part split in the bass line towards the end. How do you want that split?
Just the very last line, right? Just the last 2 measures? Yes.
Yeah, in any case. And 70.
Oh, yes, right there. So we'll have basses through the bass. Let me have my tenor 2s raise their hands. Yeah, we'll do tenor 2s on the middle part and then tenor 1s on the upper part. All right. I will conduct it, pending a convo with Travis. I don't know, he might live his own dreams. I will attempt to conduct Santa. All right, like I said, I know we didn't get it all. I know we got notes missing, but that's part of the fun. Let's go to Carol of the Bells. So raise your hand if you've sung this song in high school or college or anywhere, because it's probably this version. Raise your hand, I'm curious, if you've sung a different version of Carol of the Bells. All right, 1.5, 2, yeah. This is the most standard version. Now, you might have sung the SAB version or the SSAA, but they're all arranged by this Wilhowsky fella, mostly. We're doing it pretty straightforward. There's a repeat in it, don't forget. At the end, our last 2 measures is a soprano-alto split, not a soprano-soprano 2 split. So just all my sopranos take the high note, all my altos take the second note there. And then the very last balm tenors either sing it down the octave if you have the low G or up the octave if you don't. Either one's fine. Let's just try it, see what happens. Hark how the bells. We are doing kind of feeling in 1 and moving up, not hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, ready. Hark how the bells. Altos, tenors, ding dong. Basses. And off. Good, let's stop there real quick. Hey, pretty good so far, all right? Notice the tenors especially really did it. Whenever you sing ding dong, all right, go right to sing ding dong, ding dong. And as you listen, the tenors even did this. Ding dong, and it's like I heard the bells. You are being bells in this part. So if you've ever played bells, in a church choir or anything else, it has the moment of hitting, and that's the ding, and then it has the echo, ding. So we don't want ding, dong, ding. Can't even do it. We want to go right to the part. The one exception is on the bottom of the 3rd page. It's where the sopranos are singing their joyful tone. That one, I want it to be wide, like you have the bell open and then you shut it. So if I'm an alto, can I have a D mat? Ding, dong, ding, dong. So whatever your part is there, alto, tenor, bass, ding, dong, because it kind of works with the chord change. It makes a really cool effect. Sing that for me right there on they send. There's no measure numbers, but right there. No sopranos. Bottom of 23, good, ready, ding, dong. So the second ding needs to close, ding, dong, ding, dong, ready again, ding. So who noticed, what is that doing to our sound? It's automatically making it louder and just bigger sounding. Vowels, a smart arranger will use the vowels in the piece to add to the volume. If you notice at home for the holidays, we're singing do, 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 and then we go to ah. And what will happen is that with no extra change, it will just suddenly feel fuller and bigger. So that's what the same thing we're doing here. We're going small, small, big, small, small. Yes, Christine? The second one, no. So you're basically making it one long ding. And so instead of ding dong, you're singing ding dong, ding dong. Good, let's go again from, the end of the first ending. So this is page 24, maybe. Hark how the bells, and we're gonna go back. This is like the second time through, all right? So try to do all those things we talked about. Ready, and hark how the bells, and off. Ding, dong. Tenors. 1, 6, 2, 1. Forte. Now let's go. Here comes tenors. Dong. Ding, dong, dong. And close to the Yeah, so we all close and closed and spooky. All right, my kids call any version of the Carol of the Bells the creepy Christmas bell song, which I don't think we think of it as creepy, but it's in minor, and you know, a fifth grader is gonna do a fifth grader thing, and so don't forget the creepy minor aspect of Carol of the Bells. It should be a little haunting. All right, let's keep going to Rudolph. So this one is S.A.B., and it's a medley between Frosty and Rudolph. This is our family-friendly concert, and it's gonna be a blast. So from the beginning, tenors, as we get to the doom-ba-dooms at the bottom of the page, if you don't have the low octave, you can either fake that note or sing it an octave up. But don't just sing a random low note that you hope is right, because I appreciate the effort. Tenors are like, we would never. All right, this is almost sung, but tempo-wise. You know Dasher and Dancer. So don't think about the rhythms. Doo. We will eventually, don't worry about, I was like here, you know Dasher and Dancer. There may be some snapping that occurs from carolers. We will add that later once we feel more comfortable, so just ignore it for now. Doo. You. Do, 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 do. Doom ba doo ba doom. Doom doo ba doom. Doom ba doom. Doom, doom. Doom ba doo ba doom. Doom, doom. Good. Pause real quick. So a note on this vocal percussion, which I know many of you have heard me say before, but that's my job. Anytime you have the M on the top, which is mostly tenors and basses, you are going to that resonant sound. Doom, 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 doom ba doom ba doom, 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 doom ba doom ba doom. So closing to that resonance. If there is no consonant after it, which applies to everyone, you are making it long, which is like, it happens on the next page. Do, 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 do. Those were random notes at 26. If you have a T on the end, it is short. So like the part you just sung, altos at measure 8, do, 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 do. You are not saying doot, do, doot, do, doot, do, doot. Please do not. The T is just referencing the closed of the vowel. So it's not like even like, oh, this is a soft T. No, no T's there. It's merely a percussive note, and that's what jazz and a cappella lingo is. So if you see the T on the end of those like backup do's ever, it means it's short. All right, so let's try at measure 8, now knowing that kind of rhythmic background. Well, 1, 2, ready. Do, 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 off. Repeat. Doom ba doo ba doom, 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 doom ba doo ba doom. And if you have the Rudolph. Here it is, short. Do, do, do. I don't want to hear T. Do, 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 do. Good. Pause real quick. So let me hear you soprano altos at letter B, showing off that difference. So we've got do, 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 do. All right, just sopranos and altos at letter B. 1, 2, and do, do, do. Good. Now tell me at letter B, who's most important? Not us. That was the fastest any sopranos ever said that. Basses, well, baritones, all right? Now make sure we have only 10 here today, all right? Make sure that you can hear them. They are strong and powerful, but they are way less than you, so back it off at letter 8. Then one foggy, 1, 2, ready, and do, 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 do.
So bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Watch me for tempo. Boom, boom, doom, doom. Repeat. Doom, 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 doo doo doom, 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 ba doom, ba doom, 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 doom. Second ending. Now long round. Do, 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 do. Hold. And then you don't say goodbye to anybody in your life. All right, so I know we've got some alto parts that we weren't completely solid on and some little do-to-dos we got to go over, but we will at some sectionals next week. Overall, feeling okay on that one? All right? Yes, Greg.
Measure 72, 73. Do you want the men singing that F or go down to the D? Because I always hear the carolers go down to the D, but
What measure again?
72 to 73.
Do 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 do. Boy, go to the D. Yeah, no one's ever sung that as.
I always sing the F's.
I am so proud of you. That sounded facetious, and I am not. I am very proud of you. As you listen to rehearsal tracks, you will notice that some of these, so these last 3 that we've done, Carol of the Bells, Rudolph, and the next 2, We Wish You Merry Christmas and Mount Zur, are all from the caroling rep. So those rehearsal tracks will not be the same super professional recorded ones that are for Let There Be Peace or the Gwyneth Walker. It's like me and Mike Fran and Ginny. Well, Ginny's are pretty professional, but me and Mike Fran are at our own pianos, talking to our cats. Very cool and very accurate, but when you notice, you'll be like, oh, this is quite different. But they should all be accurate. So if there's an issue with one of those older ones where you're like, wow, this is unusable for me. Maybe it's one where there's a kid screaming in the background from a decade ago that we've forgotten to redo. Let me know. I think they're all good for these set, but I miss things, which is fine and normal and human. All right, let's go to We Wish Auld Lang Syne, which is 66. This is just a pretty straightforward mashup of these two. And we'll kind of sing it with a little sing-along with the whole audience at the end. This ends the entire concert. It's a nice little feel-good feeling. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 1. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good. Pause. Alto, sing your We Wish You Merry Christmas there at the beginning. You have the weirdest, hardest line because it really jumps around. So just once alto so you can really hear it. 1, 2. We wish you a... Good. All right, so just make sure you know where you are because it's all right along. It sometimes literally helps me to think, here's my note, and then I go here, and then I go here, and then here, and then here. Like really think about it. Even if you're not a music reader, look at how the dots move up and down, which I do not mean a condescending way. Like literally, if you look, and that can kind of help you guide, even if you're not sure what they mean, you can see the ones that stay on the same line, the ones go to that, and can kind of make yourself a map, all right? Everybody, we wish you Merry Christmas once more. Actually, let me hear tenor basses once there at the beginning. 1, 2, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Everybody join. Measure 17. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Shine all the way as we forgot. Good. And then not in your music, we will go back to 4 Old Lang Syne measure pickups to 33 and sing that last 8 measures as like a sing-along audience. Ah, something cute like that. Basses, let me hear you there at pickups to 33. 1, 2, 4 Old Lang. Matthew, will you sit behind our 2 new friends since you know these pieces already and can blast that in as a helpful key? Yeah, that reminds me, raise your hand if you are a caroler so people can kind of, so these are the people that have these ones memorized. So A, don't feel bad if you're sitting next to them and like, wow, I can't believe they know all these pieces. But B, use them as a little tool for helping kind of learn them. All right, let's hear everybody the last 33 for Old Lang Syne. 1, 2, 4. Lang Syne, my dear, for all. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for all. And then we'd go back and do it again with a sing-along. Feel okay? All right, let's go to Mount Zur. So this is page 46, and this is a piece arranged for YPCC by Mike Franzosa, who will be singing with us. He's just not here tonight, and Ben Goodley, who's in our caroling group. And Ben is Jewish and was like, you know what, I really would like to have a piece for Hanukkah in our set. And I said, great, let's do it. And he said, and can I arrange it? I was like, great, let's do it. And it's actually a combination of two different versions of this Mount Zur. So this is a combination of like a 13th century like chant type version. That's how we start. And then at measure 9, it goes into the German hymn tune, Rock of Ages, which some people might be a little more familiar with. And at the very end, it goes back to kind of the chant line at the end. So here's some Hebrew for you. All right, Mount Zur literally translates as the stronghold of rock. This is a piece sung at like the dedication of the altar at like menorah lighting during a Hanukkah celebration. So Mount Zur, it's not with crazy amounts of T. Mount Zur, Yeshuati. All right, Mount Zur, Yeshuati. Then at the very end, sopranos have A Zigmur, Bashir Mizmur. So B is a schwa back in your mouth on accident. Bashir is like double E. Bashir Mizmur. Everybody, Hanukkot. It is not Hanukkot like you're a German. Hanukkot. Hamiz Beach. And then Mount Zur once more from the altos. And that part means, and they break the sword when our strength failed us. All right, and the beginning means, O mighty stronghold of my salvation. All right, so that's what we're kind of singing there. Let's try it. Do your best. We'll come back and pick apart, but I want you to get you through it. All right, tenor, soprano, start. Mo, ready. Good, so one thing on all your ahs, you are the tallest vowels you've ever sung with YPCC, all right? We exist in a world where sometimes we are singing musical theater and pop music, and sometimes we are singing choral church music and like really tall vowels, and these ahs are going to be your tallest of your ahs. So no, ah, oh, lots of space in the back of your mouth, raise your soft palate, all that. The other thing is enjoy the syncopation, which is the dotted rhythms. Listen to whoever has it. The basses have it first, then the tenors have it, then the basses again, and then the altos have the last change. That's what makes those ahs interesting. All right? So make sure you are feeling that kind of sending us forward with each one of those. One more time from the beginning, then we'll move on. Let's see. Ready. More altos. Yes. You should be puppet stringing all the way up. Keep going and rock a. Just you, bring it out, sopranos. Then watch me. All right? We want suddenly to I love the way Ben and Mike arranged it. It's this more ancient song, ancient feels a little dramatic, but whatever. This older song fragment at the beginning, and then we moved to the more modern version, but we haven't lost that, and that's what ends it. So you gotta let the altos really zoo before we can all kind of release. So let that tension pull out. Good, let's go the last 4 bars again, from 25. Sorry, it's more than 4. At 25, Ozigmore, ready. And then the slightest. All right? That by the time you get to the end, the point of that word is not So just real gentle. And altos, you barely even you don't even do it. Just let your disappear into the Hebrew. All right. Let's do a couple rehearsal announcements, and then we'll get back to just so you know, Asheo Quad next, which is page 31.
Hi again, everybody. Kathleen, do you want to wake your way up while I'm talking? Are you still here? Okay. So you guys sound amazing and beautiful, so great work. I mentioned earlier that we've got lots of folks helping make things happen. Some of those people are our committee chairs and our board members, so if you want to stand up if you're one of those people. Yay! Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you. If you're interested in serving on the board, you can reach out to any of us and we can connect you. Matt, did you stand up when we did the board thing? Oh. That's the board president, everybody. I was like, I feel like there was another one. We also have committees. We have a social committee, which Kathleen is on. We have a PR committee that Maxim is on, and we have a gala committee, and Jill's not here at this moment. So you'll hear more about those at another time. But we're really grateful for all of that work. If you would like to be a part of YPCC, we have a couple really great ways that you can do that this cycle. We need an elf squad, so we need folks to help make things magical for the children. Katie told you about how there is the kids corner for the first hour, so we need folks to bring in cookies, we need folks to come up with craft ideas, we need folks to help facilitate those craft ideas for the kids, or activities with the kids, all of that good stuff. So if you would like to be a happy elf, yes. Please, yes, I encourage you to create a coordinated outfit. Yes, that would be fabulous. So Sarah's going to be running the ELF squad, and there will be a link in your emails for you to sign up to help with any of those things that I just mentioned. You probably also saw in your emails and posts that we're doing a toy drive. So we're doing that. So Katie's told you our partner is the Cincinnati Boy Choir. So in conjunction with them, we have some partners here in the OTR community that we're going to be doing a toy drive with. So the toys are going to be donated from our rehearsals to one partner, that is the Wesley Chapel Mission Center. So because their event for their kids is a bit earlier. So we'll deliver those as the toys come in. And then the toys that we receive on the day of the concert will go to one of our other partners, the Prince of Peace Lutheran Church, and they serve a lot of the people who are experiencing homelessness and poverty in this neighborhood. So we love working with them, and they're helping to coordinate with both organizations. So please encourage your guests to bring toys. Please bring toys yourselves. There's a list of suggested toys that we can send out again for folks, and we'll be collecting them here. And then after the concert, we'll need some help with wrapping. So there's lots of ways to be a happy little elf. Please take photos and share them on those pages I mentioned earlier. We're still seeking a cycle sponsor. So if you want to sponsor, or you know somebody who wants to sponsor, I do a really great job highlighting sponsors. I'm just proud of myself for that. And then tonight, we've got some exciting things going on.
Hello, my name is Kathleen. I'm our chair of the social committee. That means that I am in charge of finding what bar we peruse after rehearsal every Tuesday. And that also means I'm in charge of usually hosting one or two outside of rehearsal, not a Tuesday, not strictly at a bar, like little outings just for us to kind of hang out, do some activities, get to know each other. Last cycle, I hosted a little field day up in Blue Ash at Summit Park. It was really fun. I don't know that we're going to do anything like that this cycle since it's so short. TBD. I might come up with something. But tonight we are going to Taft Ale House right down the street. If you didn't already know, they're actually closing at is either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. This is the last Tuesday that they will be open. So I wanted to patronize their business while we could one more time. And I think our best bet, since of course they announced their closure, they've been busier than ever. But I think our best bet is by just going straight upstairs to their second floor bar. I'm going to be downstairs at caroling until 9. So Laura Vetter, where are you? Right here, will lead the charge. And the backup plan, if for some reason tonight is so crowded that there's nowhere to stand, the backup plan is Holiday Spirits, just one more block up north, but I don't think we'll have to do that. I think, what, really? Really? We'll find someplace. It's OTR. Yeah, no, we're going to Tufts. So that's the plan.
All right, thank you, Kathleen. Yes, so Laura will hang around for a little while. If you're not familiar with the neighborhood, you don't know where you're going, she'll kind of escort you there. You don't have to wait for Laura. If you know where you're going, you can just go. It's a really cool space. It's a renovated church, so hopefully it'll be a cool thing. Do you need anything? No, I was just seeing if I got online. Oh, I made a spreadsheet with announcements on it. I'm not sure if you were in the previous cycle when I kept forgetting announcements. And I lost my phone one time when I did make a list of announcements. So, all right, Katie Persaki, everybody.
Real quick, Matthew has a quick announcement about his
Yeah, if you sang with the Fall Cycle, then you met Queen City Cabaret, which is my other half, my musical partner, Sarah Folsom, and I. We have 2 Christmas concerts coming up, and since this is my only rehearsal with you, I wanted to plug them. The first one is at Memorial Hall, right across the park here. That'll be Monday, December 4th. Every Monday, from starting next Monday through Christmas, they're having a different group recreate a famous Christmas album. And so next week, actually, the Phil DeGreg Trio is recreating the Charlie Brown Christmas Vince Guaraldi album. That'll be a great concert. The following week, Sarah and I are doing Rosemary Clooney's White Christmas. And so we'll be filling in with some of her other Christmas recordings and some other tunes of Rosemary Clooney from our Rosemary Clooney tribute album. That is going to be a really fun concert. So that's Monday the 4th. I think tickets are like $8 or $12 for those concerts, so they're really cheap on Monday nights. And then on the 16th, which is a Saturday, Sarah and I are doing another concert with another choir in town, the Vocal Arts Ensemble, and that's going to be an intimate Christmas at Christ Church Cathedral, which is crazy that that is an intimate Christmas at the cathedral, but it's going to be a really beautiful concert of mostly secular, beautiful Christmas tunes. So yeah, you can check out our Instagram or our website to find out more about both of those concerts. I hope to see you there.
Woo! All right, last thing I had to get from my list there.
It's okay.
Is, note, and you got emails, it's in your schedule and it's on your thing, but our dress rehearsal is Monday the 11th. It's not Tuesday because I have a North Elementary School concert that night, which you're also welcome to attend. It's free and kind of a mess in a good way of elementary school concerts. So just make sure you mark your calendars for that Monday. That's still here. It's a dress rehearsal only, and it's our last one, and we want to be kind of finalizing. And the boy choir will be joining us. They'll be taking the cute little streetcar up from the Aronoff and singing with us, and Jason will be there. So make sure you've got your calendars marked for that Monday, not Tuesday. All right, so we don't have any Tuesday rehearsal that week, just Monday. All right, our next piece is called Asheo Kwa. This is a piece from Kwanzaa that Jason introduced me to. It's by a composer named Melanie Demore. Melanie is a black composer who celebrates Kwanzaa and wanted to get more Kwanzaa lit out in the world. So this is a call and response style piece. The boy choir will be singing the call. So we will be responding using these upper and lower voices that Mike has arranged for us. If you notice, it's not written soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So fit wherever you feel is right on this one. want to create a harmony to this that is not one of these. I encourage you to live your best dreams. This is not a song that would be normally written out while performed. It comes from a more traditional call and response style where it's learned orally and probably different every time it's sung. That is not what YPCC does best. So we wrote actual music out for you, but I don't want to crush anyone's spirit or dreams. So if you feel a different note, as long as it works melodically and harmonically, I'm fine with that. The boy choir, again, will be doing the voice part, and we will be responding. And this goes through the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. So Kwanzaa is a holiday that was created in around the time of the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s by Black Americans who wanted to create a holiday of togetherness and remembering and tradition outside of the Christmas holiday. So Kwanzaa is not necessarily religious. It can be, depending on your own personal views, or it can be a non-religious holiday. But the idea is that it celebrates these 7 principles on each of the days of Kwanzaa. So we sing about them. That's what the translation is of this song. It's the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which is in Swahili, and then kind of a, not exact translation, but an explanation. So we have umoja. Swahili is a language that I can't remember the word is, but it's written almost exactly how it's pronounced phonetically. All right, so umoja, which means unity. Kujichagulia, which is self-determination, or we know who we are. Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility, which is translated in this as we work together. Ujama, which is cooperative economics, or in this version, there's enough for all. Nia is purpose, and in this song, it's our path is clear. Kumba, which is creativity, or we shape our world. And then Imani, which is faith, which does not necessarily mean any type of religious faith. It can be whatever faith that you hold. In this song, it talks about we hold the faith that we are free. So it's like the faith in the Black Americans that we are free and we are our own tradition now. Many of us are not Black Americans, but it's still important that we are singing songs like this in our rep, because Kwanzaa is an important holiday and an ever-growing holiday. And we wanted to do a little bit of a lot of different things at this concert. So anyway, boy choir will be singing the call. Jason actually originally arranged this song for the boy choir, and then Mike adapted it for our choir. So Jason will be leading this, but I would not expect a lot of conducting, very traditional. It'll be more pointing or calling, and might be some conducting. But it's going to be awesome. The original part, it's pronounced Asheokwa. I've heard it a lot of different ways. I've also heard it Acheokwa, but I've decided to go with the recording where she is singing the call, Melanie herself, as Acheokwa. So that's what we're going to go with. All right, let's just try it. There will also be some drums accompanying this that the boy choir is bringing. So that'll be happening. So I will just sing kind of the call for now, and you guys notice unison, and then it switches to melody. Asheo. Good, and sing this from here. All right, this is not Asheo, Asheo, Asheo kwa, Asheo, Asheo kwa. Good. So those two harmonies are the ones that are repeated. So I don't have rehearsal tracks from this yet, but I can make short ones. But they will not be the entire piece, because we repeat the same things over and over. That's the idea of this call and response. So basses, here's your part there every time we split. Try it, basses. Asheo, Asheo kwa. Is this at measure 4? It's fine. I have the right one somewhere. Can I borrow someone's music? Because I don't have it with me in front of me right now. Thank you, Kathleen, you win. I know. Extra points. Oh yeah, that is what it is. Oh, you guys are all right. All right, let's try that basses. Ashe, yo, ashe, o, qua. Good tenors. Ashe, o, ashe, o, qua. You have the melody there, so bring that out nice. Put those two together. Ashe. Good, altos once. Ashe, o. Good, sopranos once. Notice it's ashe, o. Sometimes an A flat is used at other parts in the song, but not with the response. Try it. Ashe, o. Ashe, o, qua. Soprano altos. Ashe, o. Add tenor basses. Good, let's do it with the call first. This is measure 3. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua, umoja unity. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua, umoja unity. Ashe-o qua. Ashe-o qua. Pause. So that's what I'm talking about there. This is the same harmony as earlier. So you only have to learn the one harmony part. So I'll make little rehearsal tracks this week that'll be like 10 seconds long each of me singing your part. The goal for this one is to have it not feel like we are sitting and reading our music. So we don't memorize, it's only 4 weeks long, but if you can, at least get your ashe-o quas memorized, so you can be eyes out, looking at Jason, and singing this one. And if you need to look at the words, I get it, but also you're just repeating what the boy choir says, so hopefully we can maybe get binders down for this one even. But 4 weeks is a fast memorization time, so we'll see, all right? Let's try that. We're gonna start at, right at Kuji Lat 13. So again, Kuji Chagu Lia. Try it. Kuji Chagulia, we know who we are. Ashe-o qua, ashe-o qua. Kuji Chagulia, we know who we are. Good, try that once. Sopranos, Kuji Chagulia, we know who we are. And tenors add, Kuji, basses alone, Kuji Shagulia, we know who we are. Mm-hmm. Altos, let me hear you. Kuji Shagulia, we know. That's the only time that A flat appears. So sopranos, ignore what they just sung and know your part is different, all right? Kuji Chagulia, we know who we are. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua, ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Ujima, we work together. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Ujima, we work together. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Ujama, enough for all. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Ujama, enough for all. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Nia, our path is clear. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Nia, our path is clear. Ashe-o, ashe-o qua. Kumba, we shape our world. I'm fast forwarding. Imani, we hold the faith. that we are free. Imani, we hold the faith. That we are free. Repeat, that we are free. Then we get dramatic, all right, and just we hold the ahs. Asheo. Yeah, so the boy choir will hold and we'll come in. Watch again. Asheo. Asheo kwa. Now careful, watch the order. Asheo. Asheo kwa. Asheo kwa. All right, we'll work on that ending, but the general vibe. All right, yes, Matthew. Yep, that's a typo. Good notice. Was that the same question here? All right, excellent. Let's go to what child is this? The walker? Thank you, Kathleen. I will fix that. I will, in our weekly wrap-up email that we get, I will share the Melanie DeMore version of this. You can hear with the drums and the kind of the vibe of the original composer. So, all right, what child is this? Is page 7. So we are just going to kind of touch on this one today, but this is our choral piece. This is by Gwyneth Walker, which we've sung a lot of her work in years past. She's an American female composer. We have sung Every Night When Sun Goes Down. We've sung How Can I Keep From Singing. We've sung a third piece that I can't remember. I think chamber choir did it. But she's a wonderful composer, and this is from a set of 3 popular carols she did as Rejoice. So this might be with organ. We're working it out. I'm letting our accompanist kind of decide what the best call is based on the quality of the organ at the church and his thoughts, as he is the expert on that sort of thing. But it is a version of What Child Is This that is semi-straightforward, lots of repeats, but has a couple cool rhythmic things. So the biggest thing is, let's speak it once. It's in 6/8, which is sometimes not in that counting. So we've got what child is this? Speak it, go. Pause, let's start it on the right beat. What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? What child is this? What child is this whom angels greet with anthem sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? What child is this? Oh, what child is this? Oh, what child is this? So the hardest part is going to be these descending what childs. So make sure you know if you are singing a what child is this, or a oh, what child is this, or what child is this? But those are the only 3 choices. All right, the notes are waterfally. The notes will make sense, but make sure the right rhythmic. Also notice in measure 27, this is the really rhythmically interesting part. So we go from when angels greet with anthem sweet. So we go to 3, 4, 1 measure. So know when that comes, you've got this almost drag out part. All right, let's try singing it, see what happens. We are going to have sectionals for a bunch next week on this. So I'm not going to stop and look at notes right now, and that's not because I expect you to know them. It's because I want to get through this one, and we'll really dig into it next week, so don't panic. Let's see, counting on the right beat. Katie, ready. What child is this? Piano. What child is this? Whom? What child is this? What child? What child? What child? What child? The only light. We'll get it, don't worry. Oh, what child? What child, what child? This is Christ the King. Sing. Haste to bring him lot. Good. Let's stop and get just that part. The what childs are wild, and we'll get them next time, but I want to get F. It's going to be really cool, all right? Let me have just sopranos and tenors at letter F. Notice you're together for a lot of it. Ready, and this is Christ the King, whom shepherds go and angels sing. Off. Haste to bring him Lord, name the Son of Mary. So letter G, sopranos, you go up. Haste to bring him Lord. And it, sopranos, letter G, and go. Haste to bring him Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. Good, let me have, thank you, soprano, altos and tenors at letter F. Let me hear that. This is. You've got that cool. What did I say? Yeah, I want altos and basses. No sass from the bro up there, though. Ready, and this is Christ the King. When shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. So, does everyone know, except for tenors, your haste? Well, the rhythm is different at haste. And sopranos and altos, you have that extra dramatic moment. So altos, here's at letter G. Letter, haste to bring him, Lord. Ready, altos. Haste. The babe, the Son. Good, let me have altos and sopranos at G. Ready, and haste. The babe. Yeah, everybody letter F. So F is different than G as for my sopranos and altos. Ready, and this. Don't be early. The babe, the Son. We're going to keep going. And off. One. So bring him incense. Myrrh. Come place the King on him. Off. The King of Kings. Brings vain hearts enthrone him. All right, do your best. Oh, what child is this? What child this? Skip the descant for now. Shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste to the big. This is. This is Christ the King. And then we won't do the last page of organ, but like, come on. I'm very excited about that one. Okay, so I know the notes you're probably a little panicky about for that one, but that's what sectionals are for next week. Most of the time will be spent on this one in sectionals, really making sure we've got all those little note parts written in. Yeah, I'm excited. So I am going down to Caroline rehearsal now for the last half hour. This is the only week we have one more rehearsal for Caroline. So the wonderful Alberto will be coming on up. And it was great. I'm heading to Taft's, so I'll see you guys there if you're heading out. If not, next week, have a good Thanksgiving, and I'm really excited about this. Bye if I don't see you. Carolers, quickly and quietly head downstairs.
You're decimating the choir right now.
I know. Real sorry. The only thing that will happen, somebody, this came from right there by that step.
Okay.
This little white thing.
Sounds good.
And I'll be back for my backpack.
Like, okay, yeah. Awesome. Can we go to 40? This is Let There Be Peace on Earth. And I'm glad Katie said, you know, the thing about the beginning of like running through the songs and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna run through the song. Don't worry if it's not perfect. It's always good just even for our own assessment to see like, okay, what are the spots that, you know, we might need to work more on. But let's we're gonna read it once, but before we read it, can you go to the last page? That'll be page 45. And at measure 65, sopranos and altos, you have a 3-part split. So could we have in that 3-part the same split that you did for, what was it, like the first piece, Home, Home for the Holidays? So whoever jumped to the middle part, please jump to the middle part in that section. And then measure 70, that's 4-part split. So if you're soprano 1, take the one on the top, soprano 2, the next one, then alto 1, then alto 2. And that's how we're gonna do it. And then for tenors and basses, measure 69, and then the last one, we also have a 3-part split. So if there's any T2s that would like to take the middle note, sorry, like just the last measure, that G, that would be great. Perfect, awesome. Good, let's try reading it. We'll see how it goes. 1, 2, and. This is sopranos and altos. One, two, three, one, and. One, two, three, and. One, two, and. Retardando here, 1, 2, 3, 1, and next. 1, 2, 3, peace. And. Thank you, thank you. Great reading. A few quick notes that you all did actually instinctively. So page 41, last measure, page 41, you can breathe there right before going to page 42. So take a quarter rest right there before we go to page 42. Then the last measure, page 42, you can also take a breath right there before going to the next phrase. Does anyone need me to repeat that? Good, last measure 41?
The second one?
So last measure 41 and last measure of 42. And then last measure of 44. You can also take a breath right there. And then the last one is measure 68, right before we say end, the word end. So we're going to say me, breathe, and let it. So we have that big ending. Great, let's read it one more time. And you'll see it's going to be even better because now you're like, oh, I know how it goes. One, two. There be peace on earth, meant to be one and one, two, breathe. One, two, three, 1, 2, breathe. Go to the and the moment that good, and we'll hold that forever and ever and ever and ever. Great. Let's go back to, can we start right at pick up to 53? And can I have the basses and the sopranos, please? Right there. Pick up to 53. 1 and go. Great, great, great. So basses, you are like the sexy note in this whole phrase. Take each moment and live. Every that like half step has to be like something is opening and it's just, you know, you're showing us the way. So can we have that and can we do it on D, on just D, D, D. Very, very bright and center, right there. 1 and go. With soprano, sorry, one more time. 1 and go. Hear more basses? Good. Good, and can we start now, let's do this one more time, and can we start like at a mezzo piano and really make sure that you're crescendo through that whole thing? Sopranos, can you also do it on D? So basses and sopranos on D, right there. 1 and go. D, 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 D. Good. Can I have tenors and altos right there, same place? And let's do it on D. 1 and go. Good, and altos that. Can you really crescendo onto the F natural? Can we do that one more time? And tenors, yours is not that interesting, unfortunately, but when you go back down to the D, can that you make that a little bit of a moment? You're like teasing here. Good, let's try it, tenors and altos. 1 and go. Here, altos. Good. Can I have everyone in that section? Sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. On D still. 1 and go. More crescendo here. Keep going and. Two, three, 1, and. Good. And I'm not gonna ask you to sing that 20 times, sopranos, because you're up there. Good. Can we go to the beginning and just sing this melody? And can you think of this melody like just one big line? Can I have a C? Let there be peace on earth and let it This can be super connected. So can I have sopranos and altos starting right there at 5? 1, 2, and. Good. Beautiful. Can we go to the word earth and then that's the first arrival and then and let it begin with me and then we back off right there. Right at 5 one more time and a little bit slower. 1, 2, and 2, 3. Here, go to begin. Hold 2, 3, 1. Basses and tenors and. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Good. So basses and tenors, to find our note, like if you imagine that you're singing the soprano and alto, it's just one step. Can sopranos and altos, can we sing the last note that you have right at measure? Measures are very, very blurry. So measure 11, just when you say me. So can we have that D? Me, and then le, that's our starting note. So let's start holding that one. 1, 2, and go. Me, 1, and go. Le, good. Can we do the same thing one more time? 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, and hold it. Le, beautiful. One more time, and not. Let's just keep singing it. 1 and 2, and go. Me, and go. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Good. Tenors and basses, can you speak this with me without notes, and can you make it the most declamatory, like it's like a love letter that you're telling to someone? So can we speak it that way instead of, let there be peace? Can we just like, you're like so in love and you're saying this phrase. So let's speak it. 1, 2, and go. Have any of you ever been in love? Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Can it be like that extreme? Just go overboard. 1, 2, and go. It's so painful and beautiful. Okay. You've been infatuated. I don't know if you've been in love. Good. Can we sing it now, right there? Let 1, 2, and go. And give me the same phrase. Be peace on earth, the peace that was mine. Beautiful. Join me and. One, two, of. Good. Can I have tenors and altos right at 21? Pick up to 21 with love right there. 1 and. 1, 2 and. Good, and that is, again, you have the money note, right? And that you too have that suspension. Wee. So can you put like a crescendo, the crescendo there, going to wee, and then we back away. Same for altos. Let's do that one more time. With love, 1 and. One and. Here, give me the pull. Ooh, beautiful. Can I have sopranos and basses right there? 21. 1 and go. One, two, off. Beautiful. And basses, when you get to the all are we, can you give me like that warm sound that you have? One more time, sopranos and basses. 1 and go. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good. We have all together in that section? 21. 1 and go. One, two, and. Hear the pull. Keep going. One, two, three. Good, and we'll stop right there. Great job on these one today. Can we go to, what is it, page 49? 49, and I think, who has sang this before, the 12th day of Christmas? All right, there's a few of us. I know that this one we're gonna do it with the carolers too, so we're gonna have more forces in that one. So before we go through it, Katie mentioned that she wants the soprano, alto split. Again, can we have that 3-part split that we've been doing like for Home for Holidays and this other one? So yeah, so we'll have soprano, alto in that split. And then can we turn to page, I'm trying to find it, page 55 of your packet. And then if we can have all the basses singing, so it's also, the way it's split is soprano, alto, tenor, bass. That's the way the original score works. But in this one, can we have the tenor singing the upper bass and the basses singing the lower bass on the A day of Christmas to me, and then tenors jump to your line. Does that make sense? That happens again on, where is that? I had it somewhere else. Page 57. Yes, same thing again, right there. So tenors jump to the lower bass, please. And yeah, let's just read it, and we'll see what happens. A little bit under tempo. Starting with soprano ones. 1, 2, and go. One, two, and go. Good, let's stop right there. Who are my middle ones? Just you? Who's singing in like the first song that we did was Home for the Holidays. There was a 3-part split for sopranos and altos. So I think there was a few soprano 2s that were taking the middle one and a few alto 1s that were going to the middle one. Yeah? Great. So who were good? So you are the second voice that comes in. Does that make sense? And you'll always be the second line in this song. And then the alto 2s that stay, you come as the third voice that comes into the song. Great. Let's try it one more time. We're starting with soprano 1s. 1, 2, and go. One, 2, and go. Now the third voice comes. One, 2, and tenors. First bases of baritones. One, 2, 3, and 3 hands to the and a partridge. 1, 2, and basses. Day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Go. 2, 3, and 2, and go. 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. 1, 2, and go. Tenor jump. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and go. One, 2, 3. One, 2, and 3, and go. One, 2, and go. It means a milking. One, 2, and go. We're almost there. 11. One, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and go. Two, 3, and careful with the fermata coming up. Good. It's the song that never ends. It's eternal. Great. So you notice that, again, I wanted to run through all the songs so you notice how many times it just repeats. It's like there's a few moments that you switch a little bit and there's some changes. And I think that's tricky in a song because you're getting autopilot and you're like, I'm zombie mode. I can like go forever and ever. And then you realize that you can't. But the one that is very different, can we go to page 59? That one completely changes, and it comes kind of out of the blue. So could I have all my sopranos and altos, so the top 3 parts, singing just that phrase, those 3 measures. On the 10th day of Christmas. So right there, 1, 2, and go. Good. Can we try it one more time? 1, 2, and go. Good. Can I have just the sopranos, the top line a little bit slower? That's a tricky one. 3, and go. Good. Can we do my true? Pick up to my true. Ready, and my true. One more time, and go. Good. Can I have it top and middle voice? So first and second voice on the 10th. Ready, and. Good. Can the third line join me right there? 1 and 2, and go. Good. Can now I have all my 3 lower parts, so tenors and basses. Right there. 1 and 2, and go. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Good. One more time. 1 and 2, and go. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. Good. Can we put all of that together, all the 6 voices? 1 and 2, and go. Good. A little bit slower. I think that last measure is the tricky one. 1 and 2, and go. Great. Can we go before that? Let's go on the 9th day. So that's at page 57. On the 9th day of Christmas. Right there. 1 and 2, and go. And ladies dancing. 1, 2, 3, and. This is a different one. 2, and go. And. Good. And every time we get to that, because we always, the composer does the thing that like every time we go to 5 gold rings, that's like, it's a moment, right? And it's going to be cool because we're going to have the boy choir join us in that section. 5 gold rings. So we're going to have all of them singing, which is cool. So can we have that being a big moment? 5 gold rings. And then we go back to. So can we go from. On the 10th day of Christmas. So that's page 59. And once we get to 5 gold rings, that's a big section. And let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, and go. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. The Lords are leaping. Here and. Let's go to the end and. Can this be the loudest? And great job, everyone. We're going to keep working on these the next weeks, but it's good to be back with all of you. And have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you so much.